Hey, welcome back guys. So today I'm going to be showing you how to fix a problem that has bothered me in my Q50 for some time. And I know it's a common problem in those cars, but it could be a problem in any car. So whatever car you're driving, if you have automatic windows and your windows start to get a little slow rolling up and down, here's what you got to do. Okay, here's what we're going to be using to do this job. First and foremost, we've got some WD-40 silicone lubricant here. This will help, of course, lubricate the tracks that the window slides in, and it also helps protect against water and dust. So you can find this at really any auto parts store or Walmart, Target, things like that. Make sure you get the one with the little straw, because we're going to be using the straw to get inside the tracks. Make sure we get our silicone lubricant right where we want it. Of course, also we've got our paper towel and we've got our microfiber cloth just to wipe off any excess, any dust and dirt, clean that off, and then of course clean off any residue with the paper towel that might get on either the window or the surrounding surfaces. So make sure you have these handy as well. Okay, before we do anything else, we're gonna wanna time the window. You may not wanna do this, but we're just gonna do it for purposes of seeing the difference. But we're gonna time the window to see how fast it takes to roll down and also to roll up. I'm gonna use my handy tachometer on my watch, and we'll just press the button and see how long it takes to go down. Okay, so after timing it, it was pretty consistently just under 3 seconds going down and just under 4 seconds coming up. So I'm hoping we can shave a few tenths of a second off those times, get it to maybe 2.5 seconds going down and maybe 3.5 seconds going up. We'll see. I'm not sure how fast it'll go, but I know it'll go faster. Also, you may have heard that terrible screeching noise as I was testing it. Yeah, that's gonna go away too. So if you have squeaky windows, slow windows, this is the trick for you. Okay, the first thing you're gonna wanna do, of course, is roll down your window. So if you haven't done that already, go ahead and roll it down. And we have to pay attention to where the window goes in the track. So if you are unable to see, it looks like there's several different slots here. If you're unable to see exactly where it goes, just go ahead and roll the window up a little bit. As we do that, you can kind of see and make out exactly where you'll need to spray the silicone. It's gonna be the same thing with the back here. You'll just have to roll up the window slightly to see where that goes. And you can see on my car that the window goes back here. So we're going to be spraying some lubricant all on those places. First thing you're gonna wanna do, shake the can. Then with the straw, you're just gonna get into where the track is. Spray a little bit, not too much, but be pretty liberal. As far as I know, this stuff can't really hurt too much. So you don't want to get it everywhere, but it's okay to get it a little bit wet. So now that we've got that sprayed in there, I'm just going to wipe off some of the excess that oversprayed here. And we're going to roll up the window a little bit just to get that lubricant worked in. And we'll do that a couple of times. And it sounds like the squeak is already gone, so it must have been coming from that front area. And we'll go ahead and move to the back, and then we'll wipe everything up, and that should be it. We'll time it again and see if we got any faster. And we'll get it up in here. kind of just go from top to bottom because it'll naturally run that direction anyway. Maybe a couple more spritz up here. Spritzes, I should say. Because it kind of rubs that whole area as it goes up and down, so. Okay. Now that we've got it sprayed, just gonna take our microfiber cloth. Just clean off some of that excess. And let's go ahead and roll it up and down a few times and see how she goes. So now that I've gone through and done a few more spritz in a few different areas, wipe down the excess, the last step is going to be to go through with some glass cleaner and just clean up this window because that silicone lubricant is a little bit greasy and it may leave some smudges. So we'll just go over that with the paper towel and some glass cleaner. But before we do that, we're going to have to test the window. We're going to time it with a trusty stopwatch to see if it's made any improvement. Here we go.
1 0 0 1.
So it looks to me that it didn't make much of a difference at all. If anything, it might be a few tenths of a second, but nonetheless, at least it's not squealing anymore. And lubing up the tracks of your windows is actually going to help the motor because this window has an easier time going up and down. That's putting less stress on the motor of the power window. So that'll help it to last longer and have less problems with the motor in the future. So I recommend doing this maybe once a year to all your power windows. Even if you have the old crank style windows, which I know some people do, it'll still help to lubricate the tracks in those. It'll go up, and you may even see a bigger difference in a manual crank window than in these power windows.